If you're thinking about living in the mountains but close to Denver, this video is going to be perfect for you guys. We're talking about the 6 best mountain towns within an hour-and-a-half drive of Denver, Colorado. My name is Anthony Soul with Live Sotheby's International Realty, and you're going to get first-hand account of what it's like to live in these towns just outside of Denver. This is perfect if you're a remote worker or like to come up to the mountains for just the day. So let's get right into it. Now, Colorado has a ton of great mountain towns all over the state, but today we're going to primarily focus on Summit County, which has the 6 best mountain towns, in my opinion, if you're looking to be near Denver. The number 1 town here in Summit County that we're going to be talking about is Breckenridge. Breckenridge is kind of the big name here in Summit County and what attracts most of its tourists. Breckenridge Ski Resort is home to 2,800 acres of skiable terrain with 5 different peaks, so it is kind of a skier's paradise, from mellow green runs to gnarly high alpine terrain, even hike-to terrain that is currently mitigated by ski patrol. Breckenridge kind of has something to offer for everybody. If you're not a skier, for example, you can go downtown into Breckenridge's Main Street and it is like a Hallmark movie, especially when the lighting of Breckenridge happens right around early December. Breckenridge literally turns into like a Christmas movie. It's so pretty. If you are into shopping, boutique shops, restaurants, bars, going out for a night on the town, you can go to Breckenridge and get all of that. And we kind of have an historic Main Street in Breckenridge, very old Western town with really cool architecture and a lot of history, even history walking tours. So there's plenty to do for folks, even if you're not into skiing. Now, primarily the things to do are skiing at the Breckenridge Ski Resort or walking downtown into Main Street, but there are plenty of other things to do for the mountain enthusiast, including snowmobiling, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing in the wintertime, and in the summertime, the weather here is absolutely perfect for mountain biking, hiking, fishing, off-roading, and a ton of other things. So Breckenridge really is an outdoor enthusiast's dream, as well as the rest of Summit County, which you'll see in the rest of this video. Now, when it comes to the housing market in Breckenridge, there is a wide variety of different homes to choose from, starting from studios and 1-bedroom condos in the $500,000 to $600,000 price range, ranging all the way up to luxury ski in, ski out mega mansions at Shock Hill. They go from anywhere from 10 to up to $20 million. Yes, it is crazy the variety of homes that you can see here in Breckenridge. And so there is great opportunity if you're looking for something to suit your lifestyle. There's a good chance you're going to be able to find it. The average price point for a home here in Breckenridge is a little over $1.6 million. So there are, again, a wide variety of different homes for you to choose from, and there's a great rental market as well. As long as you're in one of the rental zones where you can get a short-term rental license, you can start generating revenue right off the bat. And we're even starting to see a lot of people rent mid to long-term, meaning 31 days or more, and generate great revenue on that front as well. So couple Breckenridge with all of its outdoor activities, close proximity to Denver, and short-term rentability makes Breckenridge one of the best towns, if not the best town, just outside of Denver. Now, although Breckenridge offers a ton of adventure and charm, we're going to transition now into Frisco, Colorado, just about a 15-minute drive north of Breckenridge to Summit County's central hub. Frisco is considered the Main Street to the Rockies, and when you get here, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. As you're walking down Main Street in Frisco, you can't help but notice the towering Mount Royal above your head as you're walking down, and it feels like you're in Switzerland. Truly a beautiful and unique town. The Main Street of Frisco is very similar to Breckenridge, as it offers boutique shops, restaurants, bars, and things to do for the family. What makes Frisco super special is that it is centrally located here in Summit County, so you are pretty much equidistant to all of the ski resorts. About a 15-minute drive to Copper, 15-minute drive to Breckenridge, and a 15-minute drive to Keystone. An extra 5 minutes will take you to Arapahoe Basin. And the bus stops right on Main Street, so you can park your car at your house, hop on the bus, and be at any ski resort within 20 minutes. Really cool. Frisco also has a couple of other things, namely the Dillon Reservoir. Head over to the Frisco Marina, rent a kayak, a paddleboard, or a pontoon boat and take it out for the day. Tons of fun. You can bring the dogs with you too. Stephanie and I, we paddleboard quite often in the summertime, and it is a great activity to do with family and friends. And then the Frisco Adventure Park is incredible if you are a mountain biker, hiker. I mean, literally anything that you want, you can find at the Frisco Adventure Park. So they have their mountain bike park, they have a skate park, they have a cross-country Nordic track in the wintertime, they have horse-drawn sleigh rides, they've got so many different things. They have snow tubing for kids in the wintertime if you guys are not big skiers, and they have camping along the peninsula. So there is so much to be had at the Frisco Adventure Park. And that, coupled with all the things that I just previously mentioned, makes Frisco an incredible mountain town to be outside of Denver. Now, the Frisco housing market is pretty similar to the Breckenridge market, except it doesn't have necessarily the high-end homes that you'll find in neighborhoods like Shock Hill or the Highlands. We're talking, again, studios and one beds in the $500,000 to $600,000 price range. And then we've got some higher end single family homes in the $3 to $4 million price range, and some in the $6 million price range. But most you'll see the average single family home price Frisco, Colorado is about 1.3, 1.4 million. And again, with that wide spectrum of price ranges, you're sure to be able to find exactly what you need in Frisco. Next, we're heading east on I-70 to the next best mountain town near Denver, and that is going to be Dillon, Colorado. I love Dillon personally, primarily for its amphitheater. In the summertime, we had some great acts come through this past summer, and it was tons of fun to see live music and some really cool acts come into our small little amphitheater. It can hold about 1,500 to 2,000 people with Buffalo Mountain and Lake Dillon in the background. It is absolutely beautiful. And then Dillon is also on top of the Dillon Reservoir, so you can go to the Dillon Marina, you can rent a pontoon boat, paddleboard, kayak, whatever it is you want to do. And when the lake has been drawn down a little bit, there's even a little beach area for you to hang out, catch a tan, wade in the water if you like. And then right by the marina, there's a couple of great little spots. We've got the tiki bar there to grab a drink. They've also got a little shaved ice place as well if you're looking for a cool down on a warm Colorado day. And then Dillon also has a lot of local shopping that you're gonna find here. So we've got City Market, which is kind of our supermarket here in Dillon. If you're not familiar with Kroger brand supermarkets, that's where most of the locals are gonna do their shopping. And then we've got the town center of Dillon, which has tons of room for growth. If you're not familiar, there's developers who are actively trying to build out the town of Dillon. Right now, the major project that is approved was the former Uptown 240 project, which is now going to be Waterview. They are currently tearing down the old infrastructure and planning to break ground around January or so. It's going to be 80 residential condo style units with amazing views of the Lake Dillon Reservoir, the 10-mile mountain range, and the Gore mountain range. And again, being in Dillon, you're going to be walking distance to the amphitheater, to the marina, to the lake, to the rec path. I mean, there's so many great things about Dillon and so much room for growth. So I think Dillon's going to be a great option for you. And speaking of growth, the housing market in Dillon, again, very similar. Studios and one bed starting in that $500,000 price range, and single families going all the way up to about $2.5 million is kind of the highest that you'll see in Dillon, which again offers a wide variety of options for you. And you can get a rental license if you're looking to generate some revenue in the town of Dillon. And all of those are great reasons why Dillon is an amazing town outside of Denver. And just across I-70 from Dillon, just about a 2-minute drive, we have the town of Silverthorne. The town of Silverthorne is a great option for people who want to spend, I think, full time here in Summit County. You'll find most of the full-time locals live in Silverthorne, and there's a ton of different reasons why. Number one is going to be most of your day-to-day shopping is going to be in Silverthorne. We have a Lowe's here. We've got Ace Hardware, so you can do all of your DIY projects. We've got the outlets at Silverthorne, which, if you're not familiar with shopping outlets, basically all brand name stores where you can get things on discount. So Silverthorne has about 30 different shops in the outlets, all different styles of stores. So you can pretty much find everything that you need. And then we've got a lot of local restaurants and bars in Silverthorne where you'll find locals frequenting very often. Some of my favorite include Sauce on the Blue, Red Buffalo, coffee and tea. The Bluebird Market Hall is a great little option. Other things that make Silverthorne so great is the Blue River, which is silver medal or gold medal fly fishing waters. It kind of bounces back and forth, but either way, it's great for fishing in the springtime. I believe the state will stock the river with 18-inch rainbow trout and even bigger. So I've caught some massive trout on that river before. So if you're a big fly fisherman, that is a really cool thing for you. And then also you have premier access north, and going north of Silverthorne is kind of just open, beautiful Colorado country, a lot of ranches. It's a really pretty drive going up to Kremling and into Steamboat, and it's kind of quintessential old school Colorado, which you don't really get in a lot of other mountain towns. So Silverthorne has great proximity to all of that. And then the housing market in Silverthorne, again, I talked about the locals primarily living here. We have a couple of deed restricted neighborhoods, namely the Smith Ranch neighborhood, which if something comes up for sale, it's going to be a lottery-based system for locals who work 30 hours or more in the county. And there's some deed restrictions like appreciation caps, and you can't make over a certain amount of money every year to be able to qualify for something like that. But then just like the rest of the towns here in Summit County, we have a wide variety of price ranges. Again, studios and one beds starting in that $600,000 price range, ranging all the way up to homes in the $6 and $7 million price range, believe it or not. And the reason is we've got some really luxury neighborhoods here in Silverthorne, namely Angler Mountain Ranch, which is kind of a exclusive neighborhood with some of the best west-facing views in all of Colorado, looking straight at Buffalo and Red Peak. It's absolutely gorgeous. Some of the homes we've toured on this channel highlight some of those views. And then we've got the other exclusive neighborhood in Three Peaks neighborhood surrounding the golf course in Silverthorne. And those homes are absolutely incredible. Obviously, you're getting manicured lawns and open meadows. With the golf course, you get incredible views, kind of 360, and some really premier homes. Now, heading east from Silverthorne and Dillon along Highway 6, we get to Keystone, Colorado, which has the most family-friendly ski resort in all of Colorado. Keystone has a great amount of things to offer. Again, we've got the ski resort at Keystone. The way Keystone is situated, I think, is perfect for all different types of snow sports. So you've got 3 different mountain peaks at Keystone, so it's perfect for snowboarders and skiers. Not a lot of traversing to be done at Keystone. Kind of whatever chairlift you end up taking will take you up to the top of one of those mountains, and you're basically skiing down the whole way, which is great. Breckenridge has a lot of traversing, so snowboarders tend to not like it as much. Keystone is a little bit better on that front because no matter where you're going, you're basically skiing downhill. And then Keystone, obviously being family friendly, has a couple of different things for the kids. They've got this really cool igloo snow castle up at the top of the mountain, so kids can go there and hang out and adventure. They've got ski and ride school, so kids can take lessons. They've got tons of different things on that front. They've got a daycare at Keystone. Then we have the River Run Village, which is almost our European style village at the base of the gondola. And we've got shops and restaurants around. No cars are allowed to drive through there, heated walkways. So it kind of gives you that European type of flair. And it's really fun to hang out and grab a drink or go to a restaurant there. And then one of the coolest things about Keystone, as we kind of talk about the housing market, is the new development going right at the base of the gondola called Kindred. If you're not familiar with Kindred, we have 96 units and a 107-room hotel going right at the base of the gondola. So this is the premier luxury ski and ski out development in all of North America. Units are ranging from $1,500 to $2,500 a square foot and higher. The complex is going to have a massive conference center, 3 on-site restaurants, a ski club, ski valet, tons of different things that luxury clients are looking for. There's about 10 units left right now. And I'm telling you guys, this project is incredible, and they're probably going to be getting their CO at the end of 2026. If you haven't been to Keystone yet, to check it out. It is seriously one of a kind, and you're going to want to get your hands on one while there are still some available. Now, one of the coolest things about the Keystone ski resort that no other resort has that I'm currently aware of is the night skiing at Keystone. Used to go till 8, now it goes till 7 o'clock most weekends. So I think Friday, Saturday, they do night skiing, and it's just so cool when the lights are lit up and it's dark outside and you're just kind of cruising around with your friends. It's mainly just on the front side. They've got a couple of runs that you can do it on. But if you are a weekend warrior and you're not skiing throughout the day, night skiing is a great option. Usually most of the tourists are done skiing by that time. So from 4 to 7, you catch a really cool sunset and you kind of get the whole resort to yourself. Really cool thing about Keystone. Some other great things about Keystone: if you're not a skier, you can still take the gondola to do some scenic gondola rides. Kidtopia offers tons of adventure for the kids. In the summertime, they convert the ski resort into a mountain biking resort, so you can do some lift access mountain biking if you're not into pedaling. Keystone is home to 2 different golf courses, so if you're a big golfer, that's great, and there's some great homes around those golf courses, ranging in the $2 to $5 million price range. Just east of Keystone, we have the small little mountain town of Montezuma, better known as the Alaska of the Colorado Rockies. Really cool backcountry little town. And then we've got Arapahoe Basin going a little bit up Loveland Pass, which offers some of the steepest skiing in all of Colorado and one of my favorite mountains here in Summit County. Now again, common theme you're seeing here in Summit County, home prices are about the same as everywhere else. Studios starting in that $500,000 to $600,000 price range, and single family homes going all the way up to $6, $7, $8 million and higher. Keystone is also great for investors, as Keystone is completely unrestricted on short-term rentals. So if you're looking to buy something to generate some revenue, I think Keystone is a great option, especially as Kindred will get their certificate of occupancy and people are able to go and enjoy the amenities that Kindred has. I think Keystone is the next big market here in Summit County alongside Dillon, and it's great if you're looking to generate some revenue or use it as a storehold for your wealth. Now, speaking of great ski mountains, the last mountain town here in Summit County that is going to be one of your best towns near Denver is Copper Mountain, Colorado. This one's kind of a little bit separated from the rest of Summit County as you kind of go west through the 10 Mile Creek Canyon, about 10 or 15 minutes outside of Frisco. And you've kind of got this little private ski town that is kind of separated from everything else. And it has got such a unique vibe over there. It's personally my favorite mountain to ski in all of Colorado because of the way it is situated. And if you look at the mountain kind of as you go left to right, greens and blues are on one side and then the blacks are on the other side. So it keeps skiers in their respective runs. So beginners stay on the greens and blues, really with no chance of ever crossing over on the advanced terrain skiers over on this side of the mountain. And then you've got some back bowls that offer some of the most intense skiing in all of Colorado and some of my favorite runs personally. And then Copper is big on their park. If you have kids who are into park skiing, slope style skiing, competitions, Copper has probably the best park in all of Colorado with some great ski programs there for kids to train and get better, including Woodward. If you're not familiar with Woodward, Woodward is the premier training facility for future ski pros. I highly recommend checking it out if you think your kids want to get into it. Really cool for those who are into slopestyle skiing. They've got foam pits and coaches there, and huge facility to do all of that fun stuff. And then Copper also has a village very similar to Keystone, almost that European style flair where cars aren't allowed. It's basically just a bunch of high-rise buildings with commercial shops, restaurants, and people can kind of walk around. Again, very cool European vibe to it. And there are great local festivals happening right in Center Village at Copper pretty much year round. Now, as far as the housing market goes in Copper, the theme continues. Studios and one beds going in that $500,000 price range, and single families going all the way up to about $5 or $6 million Again, Copper is kind of for that person who really loves to ski and they kind of just want to be away from the crowds when they're here in Colorado. Again, it's a little bit farther outside of the rest of Summit County, which kind of lends itself to that private exclusive feel, which is super cool. You're also a 30-minute drive to Leadville, which is the highest incorporated city in Colorado, and you're only about a 20-minute drive to Vail, which again is one of my favorite ski mountains here in Colorado. Now, I know I just gave you guys a ton of options and it can be very overwhelming to figure out which mountain town is best for you. My humble opinion, every mountain town in Summit County is going to be the best option for you if you're close to Denver or want to be close to Denver, but there are tons of other options outside of Summit County. So if you guys have questions for me, feel free to text me and I will answer with a video, or call me and we can talk more about all of the great mountain towns that Colorado has to offer. Again, my name is Anthony with Live Sotheby's International Realty. I can help you guys buy and sell all over the state and all over the country. And I'll see you guys in the next video.